United States.
Thank you, Senator Gallagher. Senator Henderson.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy President. It's my great pleasure to rise and speak on the Fair Work Amendment supporting Australia's Jobs and Economic Recovery Bill 2021. And I do want to start by saying I was disappointed to hear of the contribution of Senator Gallagher, who made a number of sweeping statements, many of which were incorrect, with no credibility. And unfortunately, it reflects the sad fact that Labor doesn't seem to understand that strong businesses equals more jobs and greater opportunities for Australian workers. And I just want to put on the record, I can only imagine if the member for Maribyrnong, Mr Shorten, had been elected Prime Minister in 2019 with his plan for $387 billion of more taxes imposed on Australians. Just imagine what that would have done to this country. So I reject very strongly the sweeping, discredited statements made by Senator Gallagher, which do not in any way represent the truth of the work of our government, of the work of the Morrison government in backing jobs and backing our economic recovery at this very important time. And it is the case that COVID-19 has derailed our economy and forced hundreds of thousands of Australians into the bleakness of unemployment or in being stood down. But despite the darkness of 2020, the lockdowns, the mass closures of businesses, the isolation from our friends and families, one small glimmer of hope remained, that all of this would eventually pass and that we would emerge once again a stronger and more resilient nation than before. And already we have seen huge rebounds in our economic recovery, led by Prime Minister Morrison and the many hard-working members of our government. There are few better indications that this hope has been vindicated than this bill, which manifests the government's commitment to ensuring Australians get back to work quickly and fairly. This bill makes a number of balanced and sensible changes to the Fair Work Act, which will stimulate jobs growth and boost the economy. It provides much-needed certainty to businesses and employees by clearly defining what it means to be a casual employee, and it gives eligible casual employees a pathway to permanent full-time or part-time jobs that is guaranteed by statute. The bill gives casual employees the best of both worlds. If they wish to remain casually employed, they can do so and take advantage of the flexibility of casual work. However, and this is probably a key issue which Senator Gallagher overlooked, if they wish to transition to full-time or part-time work, they can do that too and take advantage of the stability of these forms of work. So in this way, the bill gives concrete rights to casual employees which respect their employment choices, but it also gives employers the kind of certainty and transparency they need when negotiating agreements with prospective employees. The bill also introduces greater flexibility into awards in sectors of the economy hardest hit by the pandemic, the retail and hospitality industries. Many businesses in these industries have emerged in the wake of the pandemic battered and bruised, but are still fighting hard to keep their employees they have and take on new ones. This government is committed to helping these hard-working Australians re-establish themselves in our economy. In keeping with this commitment, the bill adapts the government's successful JobKeeper flexibilities concerning duties and location of work, which helped save thousands upon thousands of jobs during the pandemic. So they remain available for employers and employees to whom key awards apply across the hard-hit retail and hospitality sectors. The bill also allows employers and part-time employees in these sectors which together employ over a third of all casual employees, to work together to agree on additional hours of work for part-time employees who want them. This will help to increase working hours and wages. It will also encourage employers to offer more permanent and secure roles with benefits including paid sick leave over traditionally more flexible forms of employment like casual roles. The bill simplifies and expedites enterprise bargaining by requiring that these agreements be finalised as far as practicable within 21 working days. This means employers can get on with creating jobs and employees can enter the workforce more quickly, easily and fairly. Enterprise agreements pay, on average, 69% per week more than award wages. 69% more than award wages. That is an average of $542 more per week. This shows that the government is serious, not just about getting Australians back to work, but about getting them better working conditions. A big part of the government's plan for Australia's economic recovery is securing investment for greenfields agreements involved in large-scale projects valued at over $500 million, or between $250 million and $500 million if they are major projects of national or regional significance. The bill enables the Fair Work Commission to approve greenfields agreements for longer-term major projects by allowing the nominal expiry date to go up to 8 years. In this way, the bill ensures that there will be certainty for investors in these large-scale projects and that this will help to create jobs and drive wage growth. So in other words, employers and large-scale projects cannot be held to ransom by protracted and uncertain EBA negotiations, which put jobs at risk. The bill also protects workers on these projects by guaranteeing that any longer-term greenfields agreements will include annual pay increases for the nominal life of the agreement. Of course, this government proposes these changes with its eyes wide open. We all know that some businesses, including universities I might add, have in the past underpaid their workers. In light of this, the bill introduces stronger protections for employees by instituting tougher penalties and orders to deter non-compliance. These are incredibly important measures. Some of these measures include a new criminal offence for dishonest and systematic underpayments of one or more employees with a maximum penalty of 4 years imprisonment, automatic director disqualification for 5 years, and or a $1.1 million fine or $5.55 million for a body corporate. The measures also include increasing maximum civil penalties for underpayments, sham contracting, failing to comply with a regulator compliance notice, and increasing penalties available under infringement notices. Prohibiting employers from advertising jobs with pay rates below the relevant national minimum wage. And the measures also include clarifying that the courts can make adverse publicity orders where appropriate. The bill encourages businesses to proactively identify and self-disclose and rectify underpayments more quickly and efficiently to ensure employees are repaid as soon as possible. Madam Deputy President, this is a good bill. It is good for the economy. It is good for employers. It is good for employees. It is a bill, and these are changes to our law, which are good for all Australians. It is a bill which takes the economic recovery of this country seriously and tackles the challenges of casual employment for both employers and employees head-on. It complements the government's other economic measures, such as the $9 billion of tax cuts which have already gone into the pockets of hard-working Australians. It is a bill which implements changes to the law which will see our economy restored and our hopes fulfilled. I commend this bill to the Senate. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Henderson. Senator Pratt.